Hi, welcome back to our channel. So, in today's video, just want us to have a little bit conversation about farming. And also, before we start, I want to let everybody know that if you are in the Kumasi area and you're looking for fresh pigs and chickens for your occasions like wedding and anything that you want to do, we have started processing some of our pigs and stuff. So if you want a whole pigs, you will cut it into pieces and dress it really nicely and deliver it to whoever you want us to deliver them to. If you need some chickens, like good chickens, organic chicken, like because we raise some of our chickens over there on the Kumasi farm, it's semi-free range. So and we have a whole lot of them that for right now that we are processing for people. So we dress it up, clean it, and for the pigs, whatever parts that you want to, you don't have to buy a whole full, however many kilos you want. If you want quality pig, like a pork meat, just let us know. So let's get back to this conversation, like about farming, because I recently, one issue that everybody has been having is the feed cost. Because right now, like we buy feed, let's say the feed that we maize feed for about close to 200 pigs. By the end of this month, we will pass 200 pigs and piglets or those things, and the feed is getting more expensive every time. So I've been looking for alternate ways for the feed to be cheaper. And I know a lot of people want to start this pig farming. And the last time I heard somebody say that if you want to start any farming, start with poultry farm, then go into pig farm after that, or sheep farm and goat farm, because poultry farm, the return is very quick, and that is true. So if you're thinking about going into pig farm, for now, for what I do, if you start with a poultry farm, then once you generate income from it, then you go into the pig farm. You use that to branch into pig farming. So with the poultry farm, at least you can have a continuous income every day, because once the chicken starts to lay eggs, that's when you get that money to start to feed your pigs, because the other thing too, you cannot spend all the money that you get from your poultry farm on the pigs. You have to use some to expand your poultry farm, so that you can keep that one running to make it bigger. But if your dream is to just run the pig farm on a larger scale, you can just use the poultry eggs money to expand the pig farm. See, that's what I know right now, that will be the easiest and the cheapest way. But then again, like I said, I'll try to do the business plan for the pigs again, so that people can have that and follow through with that one to start their pig farming. Because the feed, beside the feed, it's also the workers working for you. You're going to have to make sure that you monitor them all the time, because when you're there, sometimes the work that they do is different. They'll do quality job, but when you are not around, then they tend to do a whole new thing on their own. So hopefully, whenever you're starting your farm, you will get people that you trust to take care of the farm for you when you are away, so that the workers can continuously work hard and keep your place clean. Because with pigs, pigs don't have a lot of like sicknesses like chickens do. So the only way that your pigs are going to get sick is when you have a dirty pig pens all the time. And you don't clean your pigs all the time. Because once you start doing like practicing a good hygienic farm, that is when you prevent diseases. Because I've seen this thing before. Because once in a while they'll call you that, hey, after like maybe a week or 2 weeks that you don't go to the farm, they'll call you like, oh, man, this pig is sick or something, or this one is sick. But when you are around for a very long time over there, and they keep cleaning over and over and over, making sure that everything is tidy, those things don't happen that much. I mean, they will happen, but it's not like a lot. Yeah. So let's get back to this alternate feed thing too that I was talking about. The feed that we use right now mostly is combined with maize, soya, rice bran shell, and the concentrate that we add to them. But you don't really have to. I've started doing some research. Some of the feed like the maize, you can substitute it for the rice bran or the wheat bran because those ones are a little bit cheaper. And going around, there's always a lot of those the wheat more than the maize anyway. So, because the last time they went to somewhere in Konongo to find some of the corn to buy, and what we figured out over there, when my brother got there to buy the feed, and the person selling the feed asked like, why are we buying maize bran at the same time buying wheat bran and rice? And he's like, we're going to mix them together for the pigs and here and there. The person was like, no, the feed are getting expensive, so we can either decide to stick with just the wheat, then find out a whole new formula so that we can reduce the cost of production. And it actually makes sense, because you can buy, right now we buy 150 kilo corn, the maize bran, for I think the last time we bought it was 160 something Ghana cedis, 50 kilos. The wheat bran for about 30 to 40 or 50 kilos is about 40 cedis. Pay about 30 to 50 kg bag. And there's also more of the wheat bran most of the time than the corn, because people over here in Ghana, what most people do is they will store the corn and wait when there's no corn in the system, then they'll release them so that they can sell them for a lot of money. So there's sometimes a whole lot of the shortage of corn and those things. So I'm going to try to do some experiment with just the wheat bran and the concentrate alone, and maybe some soya here and there, to see if we will get the similar results from the pigs like we've been getting. So that's some experiment that I'm going to be doing right now, because we spend a lot of money on the feed, and at the end of the day we want to make profit. That's why we are running the business. So we can't just blindly run the business without thinking about saving money on feed and so other things that we can save money on. And then the other thing too, and also some questions that I hear all the time is, hey, I want to start my pig farm, but I don't know how to start it. Or I started my structure already, but then right now I'm beginning to think like if I should go into this pig farming or so, because the materials are so expensive for building the structure, and also trying to buy pigs and piglets, because some people start before they actually do the research for the farm. Because once you start and you start putting money in it, then your mind will come back to the business, because the more money you spend and nothing really gets done, then you begin to think, man, this is going to be expensive. That's when you begin to make your plan. I will advise you to make your plan before you start. Just think about everything, especially just go and visit some of the farm that you can, and I would say that just stay there for some few weeks. You don't have to just start without getting the right information, because I've said it before, you might not like it, So you can pay a farmer like where we do. You can come and stay over there. I mean, obviously it's not going to be free to stay over there, and you're gonna have to sanitize every time you want to go with the workers to where the pen is. When we will train you how to take care of your pigs and your chickens or any kind of farming that you're trying to do. Just visit anybody's farm and do that over there. It will give you an idea about what you're trying to do. This is what I wish sometimes whenever we started our farm, the person who started it, I wish they would have done that, because we didn't know, so we just went into it. But if they would have told us that, let's do some training on other people's farm, let's go over there, do research about their feed, how much feed they feed the pigs, and what vaccinations and workmanship that you give to people working over there with their salary, all those things, it would have been very, very helpful to plan ahead of time. So, but it didn't happen that way. So we have to learn all those things from scratch. And now a lot of people listening to this have the advantage of learning from people from ours and other people's farm that So there's some mistakes that we went through. You don't have to go through those things before your farm can stand. And one other thing too is whenever you have your farm going, you're going to want to do some training or some kind of a motivation talk with your workers. Because, man, one thing that I realize is people are not motivated around over here, like the workers. Because they just want to come to work to make money and go home. They don't care if your farm can stay for so many years or not. So you're going to have to talk with them, let them know the value of the thing that they are doing. Because one thing that I realize is if you want to boss people around, people don't like to be bossed around. So they just, if you do that and you are not there, that's when they run your farm anyhow that they want. Because they think that when you are around, you think you are the boss. So when you are gone, they are the boss. So then they just do things anyhow. But if you let them understand how valuable that thing is to you and how profitable it can be for you and them if they run the farm very, very well. That is something that I've been doing here and there, and I do believe that I actually should be doing this more and more often. Because anytime I do that within a week or 2 weeks, you can see a change in people's their working habits. So I would advise people who are trying to go into farming or any business, you have to motivate your people working for you to be able to carry on the work when you are not around. And some other things too that I've seen. I see people start the farm and they want to make all their money, the profit that the money that they put in there in about a year. Because once they start selling, they think they can make all those money back really quick. It's not like that. The money that you put in, you probably make it back in about 5 years down the road. The money that you put into the building, the money that you put into borehole and those things, you don't just make them back. It takes a while. So I would say that farming is very, very profitable if you plan really, really well. You have to plan and know within what range you want to start making your money from and all those things. Because otherwise you start, then you realize that, oh wow, this is a lot of work, this is a lot of money, and you might just give up. So on that note, I will do a second video with the business plan again that I did some few months ago. I'll do that with the pigs, and maybe I'll try to do another one too with the poultry farm, so that people will have an idea, because that is just my idea about what I think the business should be, so that people can get good returns very, very quick. Even if you don't have a lot of money to start, there's some ways that I do know now that you can start your farm and make some returns very, very quick. So thank you guys for watching this video, and just watch out for the other video that I'm talking about with the business plans and all those things. I'll probably post that right after I post this one, so that once you watch this, you can go back to that business plan and also learn from it. It will give you some thinking about starting your farm and starting it right. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to our video, subscribe to it, like it, and share it. And if you need a pork to buy in Kumasi, anywhere in Kumasi, contact us on TWT Farms. You can click on the link below and you'll find our telephone number, WhatsApp number, and contact us. We will bring you fresh chicken. If you want some pork cut into any pieces, any sizes that you want, we will do that too. Put in a cooler, freeze it, and deliver it to you. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.